Okay, one of the most rewarding things you can grow really easily is the spud. Nice, young, early potatoes, the best thing you can enjoy in the spring, early summer. We're going to grow them in essentially a bucket-sized container, and you can actually use an old bucket. What we've got here is a 20-litre pot, and most garden centres seem to have a dearth of these kicking around the back. So if you have a garden centre nearby, just go and pester them for a few of these containers and you can start your container garden really simply. When you're growing potatoes in a bucket, an old bucket or a pot like this, you just need about 6 inches of compost at the bottom and place the potato in the middle, then cover it with about 3 inches of compost, just to start with. And as soon as the potato sprouts through that compost, then you start the process of earthing up. And you top a little bit more soil on top of the plant. The idea being that if you fill the bucket or pot up with compost immediately, it'll take quite a long time for the warmth from the sun to actually get down to the germinating, sprouting tuber. So if you can do it this way, all the better. So now you've planted your old bucket with a potato. When I say old bucket, the reason I say that is because it's either an old bucket or a pot, because it has to have drainage holes at the bottom. Otherwise, what will happen, if it doesn't have a hole at the bottom, it'll just fill with water and the potato will rot at the bottom of the bucket, which you don't want to happen. So just put your bucket pot with the potato in a nice sunny spot. Again, if it's outside and not overhung by a building, you actually find that the bucket will collect a hell of a lot of rainwater for the first month, 5 weeks of its life. But as you get through to mid-end June, you'll actually have quite a lot of growth coming out the top of that pot, and you should water that pot at least twice a week. In fact, the more you water a potato, especially when it's flowering, at the flowering stage, that's when the tubers are absorbing the most water, and that's when you should be watering. And when the flowers fall off, well, that's when you can start thinking about harvesting your potatoes.